In this lesson, we will be starting to program our drones with Python. Before we get into programming, I want to check on the documents. Go to https://store.dji.com. This will take you to the DJI store. Click on the Tello drone on the right side of the screen. Here you will see both Tello and Tello Edu. We will be programming so that both of the Tello products can run on it. As the Tello is an older version with less functions, we will be looking into the Tello Edu to check on documents. So click on the Tello Edu. Scroll all the way down, down, down. On the bottom of the page, you will find this tiny link. Click on the link that says click here. Here you will find the documents for Tello Edu. There are multiple documents such as Scratch README where you can program your drone using Scratch. But in this lesson, we will be looking at the SDK 2.0 user guide. Click on the user guide. You will see the user guide in a PDF format. We won't be going into the entire document during this lesson, but just a quick look. Here you can see which IP addresses we will be using. Also the port number, which is 8889 to communicate and receive responses. Or if you want to receive the Tello status, the port number will be 8890. For video stream, the port will be 1111. Now I want you to scroll down a bit to Tello commands. When you communicate between your Mac and your Tello, you will be using UDP. Here you will see the actual commands you will need. Takeoff means to command your drone to take off. And land means to land, which is quite straightforward. We need these commands to program how the drone should operate. If you want to fly the drone higher, you need to set command up followed by a number, which will be the height of how much you want the drone to fly higher. Go ahead and read through the command list so you can have an idea of what kind of commands exist. Unfortunately, we won't be going through every single command during this course, but we will be using enough commands so you will understand how the drone works with these commands, and you will know how to use the commands on your own. Now let's go back to the Tello Edu page. This time we'll click on the link where it says View Sample Codes. Once you click on the link, the page will move to the GitHub page. Here you will find sample codes for Python. This video is made in March 2019. You can see that the codes have been updated 14 days ago. Depending on when you're checking this, you may be seeing a slightly different list. Let's check and see some of the sample codes. On the top of the list, you'll see Single Tello Test. Click on the link. In the list, you'll find tello.py. Click on that as well. In the sample code, you will see some codes using socket to connect the Tello and sending commands. If you check where the print command is written, you will see that there is a space between the print and the text. This is a style used for Python 2. In our lesson, we won't be using a sample code. We will be creating our own codes from scratch. There is a reason we won't be using these standard codes. Now let's go back to Tello Python and click on Tello Video. This code is for the purpose of streaming videos from the drone onto your computer. There are packages ready for you to install, and I've tried all 3 packages for Linux, Mac, and Windows. But unfortunately, the Mac and Windows package didn't work. The Linux version did work a bit, but with the newer version of Python, it didn't correspond correctly. I didn't want to go through such a hassle, so I created an original code using OpenCV and FFmpeg. This way, we can easily install the tools we need in a more simple manner. I'm not saying everything on this site doesn't work. Maybe in the near future, once it catches up with Python 3, we may be able to use it more. You might want to look into this site once in a while for the updates. The sample codes are great to look into so you can learn more things to do with your drone. In our next lesson, we will be creating codes to actually fly the drones.